Hello everybody. Today we are going to look into how you can delete records inside your SuiteCRM system from n8n, the workflow automation. Okay, so let's go. Let's start with the documentation. So here, if you simply search for delete a module record, it's fairly simple. So delete has a specific request type, but the rest is just like what we've seen before, module name, ID. Let's first go into our CRM system. Maybe the case for deleting records would simply be you have spam coming into your system once in a while. So therefore you want to make sure if your systems, your logic rules recognized something as spam, that this will be automatically deleted after it has been classified as real spam. So therefore we've got here our list. One is the real data and one is just spam data, and we want to delete this. How to do this? We need n8n as well. If you have not checked out my video on n8n and SuiteCRM integration, check out this one first, because there we're building this workflow, which I'm simply going to duplicate. And there I would say delete SuiteCRM spam lead or lead. And we don't need the other one anymore. So let's first check this out. So here we are retrieving the token. Should be totally fine. So we still have the same systems in place. Therefore, retrieving the token would work as well. The next thing would be the lead. But here I want to have one specific ID that I just created here. And that's the one that I want to retrieve now. You don't need this step. This is just in order to show or to be safe, on the safe side, like I want to see this here in the demo system. So here we do a standard get, we do the standard retrieve a record from the leads, and the rest is just the same. So bearer with the token that we just retrieved, we don't have to have a body, ignore SSL issues, and maybe JSON response format in order to enjoy the JSON formatting here. And there, as you can see, spam exactly. So last name is spam, and therefore this can be categorized as spam lead, and we can safely delete this. So what we do with this one now is the following. I would copy or duplicate this one, connect it so that it has access to the data which has been executed in the previous tokens. And now remember, we have to change this according to the documentation into a delete method. That here stays the same because in the module leads we have this one that we want to transfer or that we don't want to delete, and then we don't have to change much. Only this one here doesn't work, and therefore we're going to drag and drop the access token directly, and then it will be addressed by get SuiteCRM token, the element which has done the execution before, and the JSON response. So let's stay here because that throws a funny error, and maybe you will see this later on as well, and then you know why. So test step, I would simply go with the data that we just set up, and now we don't retrieve the details from the CRM system as when we do a create or an update with all the ID and everything so on. We just receive a message, record with ID is deleted. Okay, so therefore I would go here now, and if I press F5 to refresh this page, we should see an error and a redirect to our home page, because if I go now to the leads and view them, you can see I'm down to one lead again. So this error you might not see. This is only if you use the API to delete something and at the same time you're in the UI and have the record open. So it's seldom happening, but if it happens, then you know why. It could be improved. It's more or less cosmetics because it's an edge case, I'd say. But here we've got successfully our spam lead deleted. So this is how we can keep our systems clean. So Deletion works as well via the API, but it is seldom used. Let's put it like this. So sometimes maybe you want to convert a target into a lead, and then you don't want to see the targets anymore. There you could, for instance, think about deleting those targets. Another option is you set this to the soft deleted equals 1, and then the CRM system will, if you have set it up in the prune job, take care of deletion every in the next month or something. So deleting is seldom, but it could happen, especially if you have maybe working with duplicates in a bigger environment, or have good rules that you can define. Otherwise, I would seldom do a delete, because after all, usually it's about getting data into the CRM system, working with the data, not about getting the data out. But for data migrations as well, if something happened or so, then you might be able to do this here as well. So this is how you can delete a record from the CRM system. See when you really need it. It would work as well, but it's rather seldom or rare to use this one. I've got a couple of projects, specific requests and specific requirements, and then it makes sense. But usually, yeah, you have to see when you want to implement it. That's all for this video. We're going to do more integrations, more details, and more automations in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.